Welcome back to the program for a Friday morning. Can't believe the weekend is just around the corner again. Hello, Alison.
Hello, Damo.
Welcome along to Talking Real Estate. Got a bit of a case study for you this morning.
Oh, okay.
Now, I know we have spoken about this on numerous times in regards to when renting and house inspections.
Yes.
As far as rental inspection, basically.
Okay.
So tell me the rights and responsibilities. What does the real estate agent have to do for the tenant to be able to do a quarterly house inspection?
Yep. So fair trading legislation, you can't do more than 4 a year. That doesn't mean it has to be every 3 months, as long as it's 4 within that calendar year. They also have to give legally 7 days written notice.
When you say written notice, what is classed as written notice? A text message?
Well, it depends what's in the text message, because we do text messages the day prior and a few days prior just to remind them. But the actual notice needs to state the property address, the tenant's names, the tenant's details, obviously, when the inspection is, and a time as well. But also an opportunity where it should stay on there to make sure the home is clean and tidy and to allow access. Otherwise, we'll be using our office keys. So depending on what the text message actually says, but it just says it needs to be in writing. So realistically, it should be a letter. And also a lot of agencies here, they do the right thing. They also give a letter saying, please mark and tick these boxes, say bedroom, bath, whatever. If there's any leaks, the oven's not working. Because if the tenants are working or not home, then that means the real estate doesn't know what the maintenance is. So they should have that. I doubt that could be fitted on a text message.
I was going to say, it sounds a bit odd. I mean, text messages are great for reminders, but
yes,
as far as setting up an actual appointment, it sounds a little bit odd, because that phone could be disconnected, or that phone
100%.
Could be broken.
Yeah, so when you look at, say, breaches, termination notices, things like that, it has to be via a letter posted with postage and handling. But depending on where they sign their agreement, you'll find SMSs won't stand up in tribunal, purely because their lease that they've signed, it's about page 9, 10, whatever it is. It says, do you agree to electronic letters? That's to email address, not to an SMS. So if they didn't do it via email and didn't do it via post, 7 days with postage and handling for the post, they cannot gain access.
If the real estate agent doesn't get a response from the tenant, can they still just rock up?
If it's in writing, by the letter and by email, they can. Not by a text message, no.
Okay, all right. It's a bit of an interesting one.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So they did not get a letter or an email?
According to this person, they didn't get an email or a letter.
Right.
It was only via text, and the person who got the text didn't respond, and the real estate agent thought it was all okay. Turns up and someone was home and let them through the house.
Right. Yeah. So I'd be asking your friend, what day did they get the text message? Was all the information on there? But also, I'd be asking the real estate for a copy of their evidence of written notice, because it actually states in the lease that they have to give written notice.
So what can the actual tenant now do?
So the tenant can now apply for a tribunal. They can also ring Fair Trading and get support from them as a mediator. They can also, I will be writing to the real estate in writing via email, not text message, but you can if you want to, and just say, can you please show me the evidence of written notice that you're allowed to enter my property?
Because, I mean, obviously, this house is always tidy and so forth, so there's no drama, but I guess it was the shock of someone turning up and going, we're here for the house inspection. And the person who answered the door didn't know any different.
Especially during COVID times as well. We've still got tenants that are getting COVID. It's still round, which means we don't want to gain access. So if they had not known, which they didn't obviously know, the child or the mum and dad could have been home with COVID. And then the property managers walked in and actually could then catch COVID. So, yeah, that's not due diligence at all. So,
all right, well, some interesting things there. All right, well, thank you for that. And of course, earlier this week we had the interest rate rises go up again.
We did, another 50 bonus points. So we must be in a pretty good, healthy state. I don't know. The people that have got shares and got self-funded retirees with their super, they're pretty happy right now.
But home owners with mortgages,
they aren't. No, obviously not. But inflation goes up and down, and you buy in a hot market and you sell in a hot market.
Yeah, indeed. All right, thank you. We'll
Thanks,
see you next
Damo.
week.
Our house in the middle of